across from a stranger. First I met, didn't know it was you who would fill the empty spaces. I shared a laugh with my roommate caused by you, and that connection lasted. Found out she was friends with you. Didn't know we would be two. Who knew it was how it began, like the blooming of spring. It was friendship, but with so much more yet to bring. Should have known that it all can turn into my stories. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa, oh, oh. Open house scared me, but you and me became my favorite song. Fun run was not my thing, but 3 photos changed it all, and making friends mattered when you came along. Texting and calling was surprisingly on a daily basis. Lunch at the cafeteria too was on top of the list. Birthdays, holidays are spent at the pool hall. The evidence on my Facebook wall. Then after my first song, you told me you'd take me home. Made my heart skip a beat. I was so speechless. Never longed for any walk home all alone. If it means to keep getting lost in beautiful eyes and realize constant gentle madness make me ponder. All your little flushes make me wonder if all of this result to instant blunder. Who knew it was how it began, like the blooming of spring. We were friends mixed with so many reasons to sing. Should have known that it all can become my stories that make me feel jealous when you held her umbrella. Make me feel curious when you're with another fella. Should have known that it all would become my stories. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, oh. Here comes part 2. December 5, with our friends at the Center Stone. Our first talk told me you wanted to spend more time, 'cause at church you can't sit with me and the others. But 6 nights later, I find myself beside you praying. And next month you wrote me a birthday greeting on a sticky note. It was nothing grand for sure, the usual craze, but you did your best, it looked nice. You proposed a best friendship that led me on. Thought we wanted the same thing, so hearts were one. But they told me you treat me a lady likely. Might be proven the more they see you with me. February 1st night came, told me you had a crush. Soon as the service ended, I ran out in a rush. I dropped into bed and cried the night away. I know we both know my friend told you I did. That's when they started to tell me to stop it. You don't deserve me, I'm better off without this love. I wanted it to stop, but don't know why it didn't. Gave me a nickname that ain't really a nickname. I returned the favor 'cause you wouldn't stop teasing me. Also started taking selfies of us together. Not always, but only on good weather. Then prom night happened, princess and princesses. We entered all together, arms locked, eyes on each other. Our friend said you were falling, caring. Feeling was that when it began, like the blooming of spring. From a friendship, then suddenly that childish thing. Should have known that it all can become my stories that keep me annoyed when you don't say hello passing by, and turning cold when you make me wait for the right time. Is this real? Is it now? Is it love? When you GM'd my GM and texted goodnight, and you shared your killing lines. Came back to school just to meet just become my stories. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Part 3. Summer of 2016 was the best yet. 'Twas summer love and crazy. Our hearts were lazy to find other people, but it was fine, 'cause after jamming session came surprising revelation. Confession in shy type expression was such a great relief. Ain't surprised it only broke down when Green the first made me conscious. Said he fell in love and I was nauseous, but every single time I was with him, I end up wishing I was with you. 'Cause sadly, you giving me space make me feel lonely. Don't you understand? You are the only one I wanna be with, always and ever. You and me together. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh. People telling me you look a little sadder. Time with me and the guys made you happier. You went along with the family tree we made, and often after every meal through many conversations you stayed. So there we all were, laughing over dinner. Your silly jokes and impressions must be the funnier. Then claimed one of the kids that she was your daughter, which I thought you wouldn't, 'cause you know I was the mother. Then Green left me, didn't know the reason, probably 'cause it just wasn't his love season. Said I was fine, but truly I wasn't. Your presence made up for it, even though I know it shouldn't. Yeah, days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. We spent more time not knowing any ending, and then one day I told you I was leaving. The song you then wrote for me sounded like pleading. Is this where it ends? Like when winter comes in, a friendship so close to a long distance thing. Should have known that it all can't be my stories that end in goodbyes and farewell smiles, and evenings of reminiscing with you, when words of just take care from hundreds of miles doesn't really help whenever I would feel so blue without you, without you, oh, without you, without the thought of being without you, without you. How do I, oh, the thought of being without you, being without you, oh, the thought of being without you. Now on to part 4. I joined a group of cool people headed for a special mission somewhere near the far seashore. We got closer that incident, bath and water. Yeah, we had no choice, so I let go of the matter. But happiness turned sadness so suddenly. After announcement frozen instantly, she pulled me to attention, moved for me to come over. Consoling hugs was all I could ever offer, and you obliged, our hearts in sync. You got pain and I got to think. Broken hearted when you had to leave, but I know all the time you need away from me. But did you know that in my memory you were on? Whispered a prayer and plea, but that was it, babe. It wasn't meant to be. A longing concealed in a smile of missing you dearly. Did you know I had to hold on unto miracles, thinking you ain't coming back? I didn't even say goodbye. You left me behind with no regards to wine, just a dear friend. All I am to you is a dear friend, loving just another dear friend. More than what's expected of me, torture, but it'll take a while. The truth is I was hoping to move on from you. The whole time he and I were together wasn't truly happy, so he deserved better, treated me right, and I tried with all my might, but it wasn't the right place and person at the same time, and I hurt myself and I gave me space, but you come rushing in and saying I'm sorry, I wasn't there for you when you most needed me. So is that all? Like when winter winds blow, a friendship so close not to catch me when I fall. Should've known that it all would be just a story that should have ended a long time ago. Oh, right after comfort hugs and Viking falls. Should've known that it can be just my story, that I still recall year 2023, and seeing you again just reminded me of it all. Should've known that it all can turn into my story. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa, oh, oh. Last part. 3 years later, I met you again. Had your attention like Barbie and Ken. The hair touches, phone swaps, hugs, tickle fights. Us being still friends was one of horrible plights. But you stuck around, even when there's my mom and dad. Even when they both knew what we almost had. Didn't tell them though. You asked me out and took it all back, 'cause I didn't want to ruin more your gorgeous track. And I don't know why I'd be far too kind, and within my heart somehow it feels just right. But why? Stuck on that horrible question, left me inquisitive on your ambiguous reason. Oh, this must be a dream, too good to be true. Oh, said you like me first, but not 100% sure. Solution is too weak to pursue, but didn't need the diamonds. All I want is you. You don't even need to be somebody else. All you are right now is enough. Can't you tell? And I think the saddest part is through it all, your name is still whispered on their every call. Is this where it ends, like the coming of autumn? Friendship precious, but sunk right at the bottom. Should've known that it all can turn into my story. Said justice the longest I've written in ages, expressing my feelings in hundreds of pages. Or is this just the end of all of the stages? Tragedy must be the price of all my wages. So now I tell of it through my songs. Do you want me to just let go? Maybe do. And that is it. Should've known that they're all just my stories.